Dark Nova's Revenge, Chapter 4, A Terrifying Revelation. It has been a few days since Spike was taken off the castle restoring project due to his intense outburst and after he'd injured Morningstar. Spike felt so disappointed that he had let Twilight down. But he was willing to do something else while the castle being restored. He had decided to focus to help Rarity at her boutique instead, which she didn't mind. It would allow them to spend more time together and she would get more job done. One day, Spike walked over to Rarity's boutique to help her. Morning, Rarity. Morning, Spike. Oh, you're early? Yes, I thought to come here a little earlier, if that's okay. Of course, darling. I was about to make some tea. You want some? Yes. I can take a cup of tea. Rarity prepared some tea while Spike sat down and looked around in the boutique. He remembered the very first day when he came to Ponyville, how he started to help around at the boutique. Soon, Rarity came with 2 cups and both sat down and enjoyed it. I thought we could do some work today and later go out have some lunch. I think it's a good idea. We can do that. Rarity smiled after she finished her tea and they went to Rarity's workroom. Spike stood as a model for some of the designs that Rarity was currently working on. Spike helped around with it, bring some of the fabric, sewing kit, and other things. While it was happening, Dark Noah saw it all and she was getting a bit annoying about it, but she chose not to do anything about it. It wasn't much left for Spike's resisting her. She would eventually control him. After they had worked for a few hours, Spike noticed a clock on the wall and the time. It's time for lunch now, Rarity. Times really fly so fast. We are doing something. That it does for sure, said Spike. Both got up and left the boutique and got to get something to eat. After we had our lunch, are you going back to help some more unless you have other plans? No, I can do that since I don't have other plans. While they were walking to a restaurant, a pony bumped into Spike by accident. He quickly turned around and looked at the pony. Turned out to be Lyra. Look where you're going, Lyra. I'm sorry, Spike. I didn't mean it. Well, next time, pay attention where you're going. While Spike was yelling at Lyra, a shocked Rarity stood behind Spike, and this was the second time she's seen this type of outburst. But she was quickly changed when Spike turned around again. They walked to the restaurant while Rarity was a little concerned about Spike. Starlight had told Rarity about Spike's outburst and the ponies in town had accepted it was a dragon phase that Spike was going through. But at the restaurant, Spike was calm again and was like his old self. They ordered a salad for lunch and sat down. While they were eating their lunch, Rarity was looking at Spike at first. He didn't notice it, but he did see that she was looking at him, and that she was looking at with a smile, but looked more concerned. What's wrong, sweetheart? I'm just worried about you, Spike. I know, and all our friends are. But did you have to yell Lyra like that? She just bumped into you by accident. She didn't even mean it. Rarity was getting a bit ready for being yelled at by Spike, but it didn't happen. Instead, she saw that he looked sad himself. I know. I couldn't help it. It just took over my feelings like that. I hope to be over soon, because it scares me and the others too. I know, sweetie, but it will be over soon. Both smiled at each other and continued to enjoy their lunch together. After they left the restaurant, they chose to walk around a little before going back to the boutique. They walked to the park to relax a little. They later went back to the boutique to do some work together. They worked throughout the day and later in the evening, Rarity closed the boutique for the day. You want to stay and have dinner with me, Spike? I would like that, Rarity. Perhaps we can cook something together. I think that is a good idea. Both went to the kitchen and made soup together. Both had a good time while they were eating dinner, they talked about their old adventures. Spike was actually felt quite happy. But Dark Nova started to get annoyed, but it wasn't much she could do except give him headaches, but she knows that she had to play her cards right. She didn't want Spike friends to get wondering if something is really wrong. But after dinner, Spike chose to go back home. He was getting tired after a long day. Good night, Rarity. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Spike. They gave each other a kiss, and Spike left and went home. He did tell Starlight that when he got back, he had dinner with Rarity and was going to bed. She said good night to him, and he went right to bed. It didn't take long for him to fall asleep. For once, Dark Nova didn't approach Spike in his dreams this time. She decided to let them have some normal dreams and planning her revenge instead. But the next day, when Spike went downstairs to the kitchen for breakfast, she saw Starlight was there. Hey, Spike, can I ask you something? Of course you can, Starlight. You think you can help me at the school today? Rainbow was supposed to take care of the gym class, but she couldn't. I think I can do that today. Thanks, Spike. You're a lifesaver there. No, it's no problem, Starlight. But it was then Spike remembered he was going to be with Rarity, but he used to tell her that he got something else to do. He knows that she wouldn't be mad at him. After breakfast, Spike left the castle and went to Rarity's boutique. Hey, darling, you're here early. Hey, Rarity, I came to tell you I'm sorry I can't be here today. Oh, why's that, Spike? Starlight asked me to be a gym teacher at the school today since Rainbow couldn't. Oh, I see. But don't worry, Spike. I understand. At least it came here and told me. Yes, since I wanted to let you know at least. Rarity smiled and gave him a kiss, and he left and went to school, since at the school they were going to have two classes for gymnastics today. One in the morning and one in the afternoon, as Spike was meant to be going to be busy. Good, you came here for first class. It's about to start in on half an hour from now. Good. Is there any planned schedule for the classes? No, I thought you could plan today. Okay, thanks. I think I have something in mind. I will be in my office if you need anything. Thanks. I will see you later. Spike left and went outside the school, the track field, and sat down and waited for the first class. While he was sitting there, he took it easy and were in deep thoughts of this random outburst he had. He was thinking it was something that he could do about them. What if he should leave town until they were over? But he didn't even know how long they would last. They could last for weeks or even months. He wasn't sure if this was gonna be a good choice just leave town and go to a location without telling his friends. He knew that his friends, especially Rarity and Twilight, would start search for him to find him and bring him back home again. If he went to Dragonlance to ask Ember or other adult dragons about this, maybe they could tell him something, but Smolder said that she didn't know if this was a dragon face or not. While he was in a deep thought, he felt a tapping on his shoulder, which snapped out of his deep thoughts, and turned around and saw it was Smolder. Hey, Spike, are you okay? Hey, Smolder. Oh yes, I'm fine. I'm just thinking, that's all. Has every arrived yet? No, but they will be here shortly. How's your outburst so far? Smolder asked. You're all about the same, no difference, but not much frequent as before. I was considered leaving town to a place where without telling anyone where I was going. But that would only trigger your friends to be worried. I know, But I'm not going to do it, though. It was just a thought. Soon the rest of the class arrived at the field track. Every pony sat on the ground and Spike stood in front of them. As you all know, Rainbow Dash was supposed to be your teacher today, but she couldn't as head mage Starlight asked me instead. What are you going to do today? Asked Smolder. I thought to be doing some buckball today. All the students looked quite excited, and Smolder, who was given the task to get the balls and every pony get their uniforms and get into teams. Spike was going to act like a judge as soon the buckball game started. Looking good, Team A. Keep up with that. Keep up with that, Team B. And remember, the teamwork, and always remember this, is just has to have fun and nothing else. Both teams were having fun when Gallus threw the ball, and when he hit one of the other players in the head by accident, it somehow triggered Spike, and he looked at Gallus. Time out of both teams. Gallus, get down here right now. Yes, Spike. Gallus fell down to Spike, and he looked quite upset at him. Gallus, what any question was that about? I'm sorry, it was just an accident. I was supposed to throw the Silver Stream. Well, you didn't. With that, the game is over. You will run the track team 10 times. Sir, is it that really unnecessary? Make it now 20 times, Gallus. Gallus didn't even answer that. He looked at Spike, who still looked seriously mad at him. Get back to team and make sure you don't do it again. Yes, sir. Gallus flew back to team and they continued to play, and after the game was over, and the class was over, Gallus was getting ready to run 20 times. Gallus, I will stop you there. Since you did a good rest of the class, I'm sorry about my reaction earlier. You don't need to run that now. I'm again sorry about the Spike, but I make sure to not do it again. I know you won't do it again along with the class. The class left and Spike went to Starlight's office to see if she needed help with any. Hey Spike, how did the first class go? Well, it went well until something happened. Oh no. What happened, Spike? Did any pony get hurt? No, no pony get hurt, but something else happened. Spike then sat down and explained to Starlight what happened. She looked shocked at him. But when he mentioned that he said sorry to Gallus about after class was over, at least she looked at him that he felt sorry about it. At least you said about it to him. I'm a bit sorry. I'm a bit worried if it's getting out of control. I'm sure it will be over soon. Let's hope for that. You need help with any? Actually, yes. I would have to need help with correcting this math test. Sure, I can help you with that since next class is until in the afternoon. Spike took some of that math test and sat down and looked through them with Starlight. It took them about an hour before they were done with them. I'm getting hungry. You want to join me for lunch, Spike? Yes, I can join you for lunch since I'm getting hungry myself. Both left the office and went to school cafeteria. On the way, they ran into Trixie, who asked her to join them, and she said that she would like that. In the cafeteria, they were some that they had smashed potatoes and hay balls and just sat down at the table. They had a good time, and Trixie looked at Spike. Something on your mind, Trixie? Yes, I heard what happened at your class. Yes, I had another one of my uncontrolled outbursts, but I did tell Gallus I was sorry. He wasn't mad at you, but you only scared him quite well, said Trixie. Oh, but I didn't scare him too bad. No, he was just a bit shaken up, but he will be fine. They continued the lunch. As their lunch, they had a small talk, but about anything after lunch was over. Starlight went back to her office and Spike went back to the track field and laid down on the grass. Since the next class wasn't until 2 p.m. and it was 2 hours away, he thought that he can relax until the next class until some pony wanted his help. He did once again were in a deep thought about his strange outburst. I start to wonder if this outburst have nothing to do with the dragon face, but with something else. But what? I have no idea, and I can't even think of anything that could have made it happen in the first place. While he was thinking of that, Dark Nova was getting word that he might be discovered by Spike, but as she was listening to him, she realized he didn't believe that there were anything. But 2 hours later, the next class came, and he was ready to have another buckball game. Remember, class, work together as a team and in harmony. It will get you well, get the points. Both teams said that they will try their best, and if things seemed to going according to Spike's teachings, both teams were making good scores until it all changed. When two Pegasus crashed into each other after one of them threw the ball to another teammate, and Spike somehow got upset. You two, get down here right now! Two Pegasus landed in front of Spike and they looked at him. Was that a harmony play? No, sir, it wasn't. It was my fault. Well, you could have hurt the other player. Now, you two are gonna sit on the bench rest of the class. But both of us? But isn't that harsh, sir? No. Now go to the bench and sit down. Both players went to the bench and sat down. I can't believe that we had to be sitting here because we flew into each other by accident. And the coach was a little too harsh to us on that. What do you say? Spike turned around and looked really upset when his eyes was red and smoke was coming out of his nostrils. Both Pegasus looked terrified at him. Before they could say anything, you two run 100 times around the field track without a break right now. Sir, that is serious punishment, isn't it? I don't care. Now, give me 100 times running right now. Both Pegasus looked at each other as was so scared. Coach Spike, that's not fair. Did I ask you for your opinion about this? If you don't keep it up to yourself, I will make you run with them. Sir, that's not fair at all, said the pony. With that, all of your friends are now have to run instead 200 times right now. Sir, we won't do that. What do you say to me? Spike got so mad that flames started to get out of his nostrils and noticed part of his body started to turn black, and he looked even more furious instead of saying anything. Both Pegasus flew away from the school. Other students took off too. It made Spike yelling so loud and started breathing fire around him and burning the track field. While after that happened, started burning in her office. Clueless about that until her door opened. Headbeard Starlight, you had to come quick, says Gallus. What is the problem? It's Spike. He lost his mind. What do you mean by it? But before Gallus could answer, a piece of rock flew through the window behind Starlight and shattered it entirely. She looked up and heard Spike yelling outside and got what Gallus meant. Tell every pony to leave the school right now. I will take care of this. Gallus nodded and left the office, and Starlight quickly wrote a message to Twilight about the situation. Twilight replied quickly and said that she will be there in a moment. Starlight left her office by teleporting to the track field, and she saw Spike really furious, burning anything and throwing things around him. Spike, calm down, it's me, Starlight. But Spike refused to even listen to her and tried again, but no luck. She even tried to use magic to hold him. There was no use. He broke free from it. At the same moment, Twilight arrived at the spot and saw it all. She was horrified. She has never seen Spike act like this, and this was beyond anything Spike had done before with his outburst. Spike, please listen to me. You have to calm down right now. Isn't it the principal stupid here trying to calm me down? No bother. I won't listen to you or any of your stupid friends ever again. I'm much stronger than any of you. That doesn't sound like Spike. In fact, I don't think that's him at all. Oh, you're fast to figure out. I'm just not the stupid dragon of yours anymore. Who are you then? You can call me Dark Noah, and this dragon belonged to me. You won't see him ever again. Then suddenly Dark Noah used Spike's wings and took off in the air, vanished quickly. Twilight stood there horrified of what just happened. Starlight used her magic to put on the put out the fires and walked up the stall to Twilight. Twilight, snap out of it! I can't believe I've lost him. No, you haven't lost him at all. We will get him back. They went back in the castle to think and figure out what just happened to Spike and who this Dark Nova is. They went through the library of the book of Equestria's history, but no mention of her. I had never heard of Dark Nova before. Have you? No, I haven't. You think it's all happened when Spike were at the castle? Perhaps we can find something in his room about it. It's worth the least. They went to Spike's room at the castle to see if there was any clues to what there was at first. They wasn't gonna find anything until Starlight found something. Twilight, I think found something. What is it? Is an update that Spike didn't send to you? I think it must have been forgotten about it. Let me see. Twilight took the paper and read it and found something that could be a clue. I must go to the castle now. I will go with you, if that's okay with you. Yes, I'm okay with it. Twilight teleported him to the old castle, and the team was stunned to see Twilight and Starlight there. Princess Twilight, what brings you here? Asked Morningstar. I need to find a room where Spike were working at. Twilight described the room to Morningstar, and he said that where to find it. They told him what happened to Spike. He and the team was shocked. But now they know that Spike never did on purpose, that he was controlled by something. Both of them went to the room, they found it, looked around until Starlight found the hidden button, and they saw the pedestal and the gemstone. It was something. One thing that Starlight immediately saw, it was an inscription on the pedestal. There is something written on this pedestal. Can you read it? It's in old Ponish, but it's an older dialect. I can barely read it of any of it. It might take a while to translate from my books in Ponyville. Yes, unless we go to Luna and Celestia, they might be able to translate it faster for us. That's a good idea. Let's me write down that, and you can take the gemstone with you, and I have a feeling it's important. Starlight took the gemstone, and Twilight wrote down the writing. After when she was done, she got done with it. Let us go see the sisters right away. I can teleport us there right now, said Twilight. Twilight used a teleportation spell and teleported to Celestia and Luna's retired home. Twilight knocked on the door and Celestia opened it. Twilight? Starlight? This is a nice surprise visit. What can we do for you? Celestia, we need your and Luna's help. It's very important. Celestia could see something was wrong, and she let them in to the library where they were set down, and Luna had made some tea for them. Tell us what we need help with. It's Spike. He has been being possessed by something. What do you mean by something? Asked Luna. It claimed his name was Dark Nova, but neither me or Starlight don't know what that is. Luna spit out her tea and looked at Celestia, and both looked very concerned. You know who Dark Nova, don't you? Asked Starlight. I'm afraid that we do know who she is, and this is a very bad news, said Celestia. Please tell us. We need to know. It's a long story, but we will make it as short as possible, said Luna. Luna and Celestia looked at each other again. 1,000 years ago, I had a promising student at the school of gifted unicorns by the name Dark Nova. She wanted to be a talented pony. She had a great potential, but she wanted more, and she thought that she was suitable to rule the kingdom than me and Luna, said Celestia. She left the school and vanished for some time until she came back. She had lost her mind. She had used the spell of immortality, but what she didn't know, it would have a side effect. What side effect was it? Asked Starlight. The side effect was that she would lose her physical body forever and live as a spirit, as immortal, and she tried to use ponies as hosts to take over me or Celestia's body, but she failed cause she wasn't near us when it happened. Luckily, we had learned about this in advance, so we used a spell with the elements and trapped her spirit inside a gemstone and hid it in the old castle. Could could it be this gemstone? Starlight held up a gemstone that I found at the old castle. Yes, that is the gemstone. It seems Spike found it. Spike found it and touched it, and she must have taken over him. Why didn't she take over his body by then? I believe, after so many centuries, must have been weakening her so much that she wasn't unable to do it, but now she seems getting more. Can we save Spike? Yes, there is a way to save him. But what, Luna? Asked Starlight. We need to do it before she had taken full control of his body. If we don't, his mind will be wiped from his body, and she will have full control of him, and Spike will no longer exist. Hearing that made Twilight so heartbroken. She fainted of the shock, and when she woke up of the shock, she was informed that the Celestia and Luna and Starlight told about the spell. How much time do we have before it's too late? Asked Starlight. It's hard to tell, but I would say soon it will be too late, said Celestia. We have to leave now and find him and stop her, said Twilight. It won't be easy, but I have faith in you, Twilight, said Celestia. Good luck to you, Starlight, Twilight Sparkle, said Luna. Twilight teleported herself and Starlight back to Ponyville. They couldn't believe of what just had happened, but Starlight suggested that they bring their friends to the castle to inform them, cause this was something they couldn't keep a secret from them for too long, and Twilight agreed. Soon had all their friends arrived at the castle without knowing exactly, but they were summoned to a library where they all sat down. Twilight, what did you summon us for? It sounded very important, said Rainbow. Yes, it's very important. Might shock you. A lot, actually, said Starlight. Sugar Cube, just tell us what it's about, said Applejack. At first, Starlight was silent, and Twilight was silent too, since this was a shocking news made her speechless. Can some pony please tell us what the problem is? Said Rainbow. It's about Spike. He had been possessed by an ancient unicorn spirit, and don't have to save him. He will be gone soon. He's what? Said Rarity, and Rarity fainted on the floor, and the others looked so shocked they couldn't believe it. It's true. He had been possessed by, and the princess told us all about it and how to stop Dark Nova, which is her name. How do we stop her? With a magical spell that once used and it works. After we capture her in the gemstone, then we smash it so that she can't get done do it again, said Rainbow. No, we can't do that. And why not? Said Rainbow. If we smash this gemstone, she will be released, and there won't be any place to stop to capture her again. Then, what do we have to do now? We have to inform ponies to stay away from him and make others inform us if they've seen him to avoid him at all costs. Maybe we can try throw a party and then might help Dark Nova to be happy, said Pinkie Pie. Pinkie, I doubt that's gonna help, said Applejack. Who doesn't like parties? Said Pinkie with a smile. She may not like it, and after all, she wants to revenge Luna and Celestia. Rarity woke up again from her after being faint on the floor. Darlings, we have to save Spike, since he means so much to all of us. Yes, and for now, all we can do is wait and hope at some point sees him and inform us all about it, and I will stay here in Ponyville meantime. I think you all can go home and be prepared if we need your help, said Starlight. Okay, Sugar Cube, we will be here as fast as possible, said Applejack. After the others had left, except Rarity. Twilight, promise me you save my Spike and Wanky, Twilight said to her. I promise, Rarity, I will save if it is the last thing I do. Thank you, Twilight. After Rarity had left, Starlight walked up to Twilight and stood next to her. You think you can actually save him? I don't know, but I'm willing to hope for that, said Twilight. I really hope to do so too. Let's hope some pony sees him soon. Around the same time, in a cave somewhere, where Spike's sitting, but now Dark Noah, who has the most of the control, Spike was slowly losing against her. It won't be long until I have full control of your body, my dear dragon. No, my friends will come and save me from you. Don't make me laugh. They won't do it in time. I believe in them. I know they will do it. Be quiet now and let me focus on my next step in my revenge plan. Spike was now trapped in his own mind, feeling he was losing grip on his own body, and that Dark Nova was taking more and more of his mind. He was now really scared that he will lose, and that he won't be able to see Rarity anymore before it's too late.